And with respect to MAP, this is a fantastic organization because it brings together so many fantastic young leaders from across the country. And we have the opportunity to learn from one another, to become friends. Because I think one thing we all realize is that many of the challenges we're facing in our state is also similar across the country. And so how can we find the best practices, the best ideas, and try to implement them within our respective legislatures. And we have opportunities to MAP, such as the Criminal Justice Reform Advisory Council, which I serve as a co-chair on. And that brings together both Republicans and Democrats from across the country to just have a conversation about what's working, what's not working when it comes to the issue of criminal justice reform. And so we can bounce ideas off of each other, we can learn from each other, and that's ultimately good for our country, is having those open dialogue conversations and trying to seek the best possible policy solutions. To me, governing is like riding a bike. When you ride a bike, you don't lean too far to the left or too far to the right. You have to be balanced all times. I think that's the way we should do it, and I believe that's the mission of MAP as well. So in Oklahoma, we have roughly 30 to 40 legislators who qualify as members of the future caucus. So that's awesome to see that many young people have been elected to office in Oklahoma. And so we've had lunch meetings where we brought in different policy speakers to discuss their issues, and we've also had after-work opportunities to fellowship and just to get to know each other. And I think that's what's remarkable when it comes to these types of opportunities, that by being in the same room, is having a casual environment where you can talk about whatever when it comes to personal things. You can foster real friendships, and that'll lead to productive working relationships in the legislature, and ultimately lead to more common sense pieces of legislation getting passed. I'm friends with many members of the minority caucus, and it is through MAP and our future caucus opportunities to hang out that we've gotten to know each other. So one piece of legislation that we'll continue to work on in the coming year is modernizing our Open Meeting Act in Oklahoma and trying to bring that up to the 21st century by allowing for a virtual meeting component. So that was with my friend Andy Fugate that we worked together on. In addition, we've heard the importance about entrepreneurship and helping start our businesses, and so in the next legislative session, I intend to work with Senator Joanna Dossip, Senator Adam Pugh, about giving 5% of state contracts to companies that are 5 years or younger. So we're really excited about the opportunity, and that's definitely an example where MAPs came in to provide a good example of legislation that can impact many good people, and it can really make a difference that way.